see, get everything adjusted here. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the call this morning. I appreciate every one of you. Miss TJ, thank you so much for joining. Want to thank everybody. Let's go down the list here. Miss Konohara in Japan. Thank you so much for joining. Wow, over to Japan, everybody. That's amazing. I love it. We also have, sorry about that, everybody. We got Mr. Herbert, Mr. Winston Herbert. Good morning. Mr. Dale Ranson. Good morning, sir. We got Mr. David White on. Thank you so much. We have Miss Belinda. Thank you so much. Mr. Ismail. Thank you so much. From crew, we got Miss Jones out in South Carolina for joining. Thank you so much, Miss Caroline Baker. Appreciate you, Miss Christina. Thank you so much. We'd like to thank Mr. Regional Vice President, Miss Jocelyn Driscoll. Good morning, dear. Miss Joyce Brewer, Fresno, thank you so much. Miss Kathleen Williams, good morning. Regional Director, Mr. Marvin Carter, thank you so much for being on the call today. Freddie Sherman, thank you so much for being on the call today. Miss Pat Robinson, hello there. Got your nice black cashmere sweater on, I love it. Sorry about that. We also have Pat and Frank Bowman up in Elk Grove, California. Thank you so much for joining. Sensational in Florida, 2 days in a row. She's got different glasses. All right. Mr. Harrison Mill, good morning, sir. We have also Mr. Lance Kelly. Thank you so much. We have SVP, Mr. Marcus Roberts, the Grochon. Good morning. Regional Vice or SVP. Okay. Let's see here. Miss Tracy Gilmore, part of the bakery organization. Thank you so much for joining. Mr. Ryan Swallow, part of the bakery organization. Thanks for joining. We have Ms. Zoe, a part of the bakery organization. Thank you, Mr. Chris McDowell. Good morning, sir. Miss Evelyn Phibbs, regional director out of Fresno, California. Good morning. Miss Allen, it's good seeing you, dear. Mr. Julian Lewis, regional director, but did he do a great job yesterday to start us off for December 1st? He did a phenomenal job with the promotion, and also talked about some things you understand how to get to where you want to go. Wow, which is powerful, how to make that kind of income. Hey, I want to thank Miss Marcia Carter this morning. Miss Martinez up in Iowa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, as you guys know, we got a great call lined up for you today. This whole month is going to be a fantastic month. But this day is to kick off. Oh, wait, before I make an announcement. Tonight, back here at 6 o'clock p.m., tonight, 6 o'clock, right back here. Bring your list. Matter of fact, pre-call the people. I am going to make phone calls. I want you to watch me fail. I want you to watch me what? Fail. Because I think a lot of you are scared to make calls. So tonight it's going to be interactive. We want everybody on the call. No. You got to show your face. If not, don't get on the call. If you're driving, pull over, but be somewhere at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Coast time. I'm going to be making live phone calls, and I want you to watch me fail, okay? And like I say, everybody's camera must be on because I want to have it interactive. Nobody's hiding behind the camera. I want to see everybody's face. Does that make sense? Or please do not get on. Does that make sense? Do not get on, okay? So going into 2021, like Mr. Lewis said yesterday, it started yesterday. 2021 started yesterday. You got to be coachable, and you got to listen. Listen, okay? So I appreciate that very much so. So that's tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. right here tomorrow, tonight at 6 o'clock p.m. Today, December 2nd. Wow, we got a great call lineup. This young man has been on our call before. He'll be on every Wednesday in the month of December, okay? Now, he's a Platinum Regional Vice President. He got started at the young age of 20 years old. That's right, because he had an insight of where he wanted to be in his life. He has no business, as he say, being in business. March was his birthday. He started at 20 years old. He was working at Applebee's. October 27th, made his 7th year in ACN. So yeah, that's right. So his idea was to make a 6-figure income in this business. He's got a young his son is 3 years old, but I want you to listen up to him because, like he said, he come from the inner cities of Baltimore, where everything could have been a lot worse, but he decided, listen to me, he made a decision to change his life forever, got started, and has done some great things. He had a huge organization, young people. Maybe I'll tell you what happened there, but I want everybody to give a warm welcome to Mr. Shakeel Cooper, Regional Vice President.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'm ready to go. So thank you for all those kind words. I'm excited to be back. I know it's been about a month now. But I'm honestly excited because like I've been working on myself every single day, and the fact that I get a chance to share, some of my wisdom, at a young age of 27, it's really an honor that, people twice or three times my age will actually take time out of their busy schedule to listen to some of the things that I have to say. It's really phenomenal. I do want to thank every single person for being on the call today. It's really an honor. And what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about myself. And I was able to put together a couple slides just so you guys can kind of, follow me along. But a little bit about myself, like Mr. Thomas did say, my name is Shakeel Cooper. I'm currently 27 years old. I got involved in this ATN opportunity at the age of 20 years old, no business background, didn't know anything about business. I was just a server at Applebee's when a close friend of mine said, hey, are you open to making some extra money? I said, sure. I came out, I saw the information. I got started right on the spot. And from that day forward, I took my business serious. I remember, going to work a couple of days after, getting involved in the business and just really, asking myself this question, is this really what I want to do? Because I'm the type of person that if I do something, I have to put my all into it. I'm not a person that I can start something and I can't finish it. So when I seen the business, I said, you know what? I'm really going to take this thing serious. I made up my mind at that point. And that's the number one thing today is you have to make a decision if this is something that you really want to do, because you don't want to find yourself wasting years and years of time doing something that you truly do not want to do. And the reason why I love network marketing, because I understood that I have the opportunity where I can really do whatever I want to do, meaning that nobody can put a cap on my dreams or my vision. Network marketing to me was just an opportunity to dream again, to believe again. And when most people see this business, all they think about is, I want to make a couple extra bucks. I want to pay a couple extra bills. But you got to truly understand what you have your hands on. And I've done my research about the industry. See, I didn't just focus on, how great ACN is. I wanted to know about the industry that I was a part of, because we can agree that we are part of one of the biggest industries in the whole entire world. So I made that decision after a couple of weeks of being involved in the business. I made more money my first month in ACN than I made working at Applebee's. I was earning $3.63 an hour plus tips. And I was working at the only Applebee's in Baltimore City. And most people in Baltimore City do not tip. So we can agree that I was a broke college student for the most part, right? I had to, rob Peter to pay Paul. And the reason why, because I was paying for school out of pocket. I didn't have, any grants or anything like that to go to college. So I had to take out some loans. But I understood that this was something that I really wanted to do. And the reason why I went to college was I remember graduating high school and watching all of my friends, go to these amazing colleges. And I'm thinking, man, everyone's going to college and I'm working at Applebee's. Do you know how that made me feel? It made me feel like I was a loser in life, like I wasn't going nowhere, because I remember, back then seeing the same thing happen to other people. And I used to always wonder, how did they feel? But then I felt the same way. So I realized at that point that I had to become my own boss. I had to own a business. I had to figure out a way, how can I start a business? And I didn't have the money to be able to start a big business. So when I saw that ACN, it was affordable for the everyday average person to get involved in, I said, you know what? This is it. This is it. Because where in the world can I build a global business and it's going to be online? And I'm a person where I study a lot of successful people. I study traits of success, and I always understood that everything is going online. Everything is going online. And I remember, back then, telling people, hey, listen, the world is shifting to online, Amazon, all of the things that's happening today. I watched a video the other day and it crushed me. And the reason why it crushed me, because in the video, it said that they now literally have, construction workers, they're about to be obsolete. They have caterpillars, construction workers, things where now they don't even need people no more. They have where they put a thing on top of the machine and they literally can work 24 hours, 365, and they don't need a person to control it. Do you understand that jobs are going away? Do you understand that everything is going online? Do you understand that people now, you can order your food and it can be delivered to your home in no time? You don't even have to leave your home now to do everything that you want to do. So when I saw that the world is shifting online, I said, you know what? People are getting paid on bills. See, back then, people didn't see the vision. They didn't understand that, you know, everything was going to be on the internet. People didn't understand that. But I had a dream. I had a vision. And I knew that it was going to happen. So guess what I did? I said, you know what? Let me take this business serious now. Put myself in a position so when things like what's going on in the world now happen, I will not be affected. And guess what happened? Since things in 2020 happened, I can honestly tell you that my business grew this year with less effort than it did in the past 2 years alone. You know, I did the math last month. My team alone, just by themselves, they put in close to almost 700 customers on their own. On their own. I turned my phone off for 2 weeks, 3 weeks to see what will my team do if they can't get in contact with me unless they call me on FaceTime. And only a handful called me. Guess what happened? My business grew almost 1,000 customer points in 1 month, and I turned my phone off. Just to see if my business is going to grow without me. Because I remember sitting with Mr. Provenzano. He said, listen, if you can't leave your business alone for a month, 2 months, whatever the case may be, then you don't have a business. So I guess what I did? I said, you know what? I'm going to take him up on that challenge. I'm going to give it a try. And guess what? I've been giving it a try over and over and over and over and over again. And then now my business is literally running without me. I have 2 individuals that's really, really close to regional vice president. How in the world am I able, in 7 years of my business, on track to becoming one of the youngest, fastest senior vice president? It's because I took the business serious when I got involved. I didn't wait until I had some type of success to take the business serious. I believe I was an SVP the moment I got started in business. So guess what I did? I worked as an SVP and I put in the groundwork. When you think about, you know, people from back in the day, you know, that had to go through the tough times, the groundwork, you know, to walk around, put flyers on people's cars, to promote themselves and all of those kind of groundwork. We did the same thing in ACN years ago when we was doing home meetings. We was promoting our business, going to people's homes and things like that. But now everything is done online. So what I want to do right now, I want to go right into the information. Are you guys ready? Let me see your thumbs up if you're ready. All right, so let's go. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now. So here we go. So my job is to go through the pain so my kids don't have to. And sometimes you have to feel some pain so the people that you love don't. Listen, if you're not taking notes of that right there, I don't got to say nothing else. My job, your job is to go through the pain and the suffering so that your kids do not have to. It's too many people that repeat these cycles of generational curses, of, you know, generational unhealthy habits and things like that. Guess what I did with my life? I said, you know what? So my kids don't have to be, you know, worrying about financial things and worried about how they're going to pay for this and pay for that. I'm going to go through the pain of building a business in my 20s when most of my friends and family members and everybody around me is partying, living life, saying, you're 20 years old, you're 21, you better live life. You only live your 21 times. But guess what I did? I said, you know what? I'm going to work in my 20s. And guess what I did? Since 20 years old, I've been working. I've been working since I've been 20 years old as an entrepreneur. I've been a business owner for almost 7 years now. And what I tell people is that those 7 years that I quote unquote sacrificed for my family, now today, my son never been to a daycare. My son never been without me or his mom. My son never had to be somewhere that he did not want to be. He didn't have to go somewhere. I'm now able to homeschool my son. I never thought that I would be a homeschool teacher, but guess what I'm doing now? I'm homeschooling my son. Do you understand that these are some of the dreams and the visions that I always had? I always wanted to teach my kids the things that I know that they're going to need in real life, not just to send them somewhere just because I got to go to work for 8 hours a day and I got to send them somewhere. And, you know, I don't want to live my life like that. Just imagine, just think about it. How would you feel if your parents, when you was growing up, was able to be there with you every step throughout the way? What if you didn't have to see your parents wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, go be a place that they don't want to be just to take care of you? See, I didn't want to have that lifestyle because I watched it happen with me. I watched my parents have to go to work every single day, and they never taught me about financial literacy. They never taught me anything about wealth. They never taught me anything really about what I really need to be successful in life, because if they knew it, they would have taught me and they would have taught themselves. So no one in my family is super successful. I'm really the first real super successful person in my family that has time freedom. See, a lot of people always talk about how much money they got, but how much time do you have? Do you have the time to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it? And if you don't have that, then you're really not wealthy. And that's what I want to become in life. I want to become wealthy, and not wealthy as in having a lot of money, but wealthy as in having a lot of time to do what I want to do, whenever I want to do, with whoever I want to do, and not have to answer to anyone. So from there, the only way that's possible is you creating a system. And if you've been on a call before, this is what I talk about all the time. System. Save yourself time, energy, and money, because these are things that's very important to me. And it should be important to you also. So imagine that you started a business because you ultimately wanted freedom, not another job. You got involved as a business owner to have freedom, not to have another job. So you can't treat this business as is another job where you're going to work when you want to work, or you're not going to work when you don't feel like working. Listen, you got to do the work every single day. You have to be working on yourself every single day. So the only way to achieve time freedom lies in the fact that the business must be built to rely on a system, not you. I told you I turned my phone off for a couple of weeks, and I checked my back office, my team alone by themselves, and I promoted a regional director last month. We promoted 4 regional directors this year, and I had nothing to do with it. All I did was talk to them on the phone and motivated them. Do you understand how powerful this business can become once you build a system that you don't have to do the hard physical lifting no more? Do you understand that the system works without you? Because guess what? It's not about you. And when you make it not about you and make it about the system, everything changed for you. I told the people that hit regional director this year, I was like, listen, get the book, Building an Empire, and read it. I kept telling them every day, did you get the book? Did you get the book? The moment that they read the book, and I know if you was on an RD call that ACN had about a week or two ago, one of the individuals on that, he mentioned it, and he's a regional director in my organization. I remember, I think it was 2 days ago, my mentor, Mr. Cody Mackey, he sent out the top 5 regional directors in his business, right? And guess who the top 3 are? People in my organization. And I had nothing to do with it. It's not about me. It's about the system. See, most people put it on themselves. I take it off of me. It's not about me. Listen, I went ghost so that my team can become the deal. And guess what? Because I know that, listen, if I always try to be, the person in front of the camera all the time, my team, they will never feel as though they might get that time to shine, because I'm Shakeel Cooper. I feel as though if I'm in the room, you're going to know I'm in the room. But I had to take myself out of the way for a little bit in order so my people can feel as though they are the deal, and they can get the recognition, and they can become the deal. Because once you start getting recognition from the top people in the company, you start feeling yourself. And when you start feeling yourself, you start taking ownership. Now, let me tell you how duplication is real. One of them people that's less than about 500 points away from becoming a regional vice president. When I tell you duplication is real, duplication is real. I watched this individual, her name is Ms. Devon Richardson, and she done went through everything in this business, from starting a business, living in her mom's basement, her mom's house. They didn't even, the floors wasn't done. I mean, the house was just, it was a fixer-upper. But they was living in that house for years. When she got involved in ACES, she said, my goal is to take care of my mom and fix my mom's house up. And guess what happened? I spent time, energy, and money helping this person to achieve these things. And now today, she took the money she made in ACN, fixed her mom's house up. I'm talking about the house looked like a brand new house, new sheetrock, new floors, new paint, like literally new entire house. From there, after she fixed her mom's house, she was able to go downtown, and now she has a condo, because she didn't feel good living downtown if her mom was living in a fixer-upper. Do you understand the sacrifice and the mindset that takes? But it's because the duplication. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Because she watched me take care of other people and put other people first before myself. And that's why I'm today more successful as far as time freedom than the average person, because they didn't sacrifice to help other people. It's been times where I've paid, to live in a place and I wasn't there for a whole entire year, because guess what? I needed to spend time with my family, but at the same time, I needed to make sure that my team, if they needed a place to stay or anything like that, Listen, if you homeless and you need a place to stay, you can go stay there. Because when I first got involved in ACM, I remember my entire team was sleeping at my house because some of them was homeless. Some of them didn't have any homes. They were sleeping on my couch. And the reason why I look at it this way, that you got to help other people in order to get what you want out of life. It can't just be about you. I know a lot of people want it to be about them, but it can't be about you. I've sacrificed so much helping so many people and put myself in some of the craziest situations. But looking back now today, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. And the reason why it's all worth it, because if you don't sacrifice anything in life, you're not going to get anything in life. And people talk about, diversification. No, why I need to do this? You need to go do real estate. You need to go do that. Listen, all of that is great, but I understand that mastering a hustle or a skill and focus solely on that is going to pay off in the long term. You have to buy completely into the process of investing into your craft and yourself. If you're not investing into yourself, what are you doing? People just think I just know ACN stuff. No, I learned about credit, how to get business credit. I learned about things that matter in life. I don't just study ACN or network marketing things, but that's what people tend to see that that's all that I know. But guess what? I spend money into courses and learning on how people become successful. Not just how to make money, how do you keep money? How to operate under LLCs and corporations and trusts and all of these different things. See, this is a conversation that most people, they don't want to have because they don't want to spend the time, energy, and money to learn about the things that really matter in this world because they're so focused watching the TV and focusing on what's going on in the White House instead of focusing on what's going on in their house. I don't care about what's going on in the White House. What's going on in my house? Stop focusing on somebody else's house and focus on your house. See, that's the mindset that you got to have because if you don't care about what's going on in your house is not going to go too well. But guess what? The White House will still continue to go on. And this right here explains it all to me. I was the person on the left. I had that mindset. Listen, it's not about how much money you make. It's your mindset because you can make a lot of money and you can go broke. I read an article the other day about, I forgot the basketball player name, but his name was something Walker, and he was worth like $400 million. And I remember watching that they said that Magic Johnson, he was worth way less than him, maybe a couple $1 million. But the guy, Walker, he had the wrong mindset, the wrong people around him. And now today, they said he's worth about $200,000. And, Magic Johnson is now a billionaire because he said that, while all the ball players in them, they're buying all the cars and all of the houses and all the things like that. He said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invest in real estate. I'm going to invest in Hollywood. I'm going to buy some property. I'm going to invest in businesses. And now today, he's a billionaire. A billionaire. Not because, how much money he got, but the mindset. Do you understand that if you have the mindset to become a billionaire, you got something where you can pass on to your kids where the money will never stop. See, I don't want to give my son a lot of money. I want to give my son a mindset. I want to give my son knowledge on what to do with it. Because if I just give him a lot of money, he doesn't know what to do with it. That's who he's going to be like. The person on the left, the rich person. He's going to have a rich mindset where I need a $200 sweater. I need $500 shoes, $300 pants. Listen, and that's real. People on the left are really spending that money at the store, and they're doing it on a weekly basis. They're doing it on a monthly basis. And when you think about it, right, I was that person too. I wanted the nice things. But guess what happened? I shift my mindset, and I said, I want to become wealthy. And in order to become wealthy, I had to have wealthy habits. And guess what wealthy people shop at? Department stores. Ross, Marshalls, Burlington. Listen, I can have a ball at a department store. I don't even like going to the mall unless there's a big sale going on. And it's not about just, if I have the money, I can spend it. No. I want to develop a wealthy mindset. And I want everything that I buy, it has to be on sale. I'm not paying full retail price. Why? Because wealthy people, if they can save money, I remember going to the mall with my mentor, and he makes a lot of money. And every store that we went into, he always asked, you got a deal? You got a family discount? You give me a discount. Let me get 15%. I'm like, bro, you got a lot of money. Why do you need deals? But I was just watching the habits. And the things that he spent a lot of money on was things that he can write off. You want to go out to eat? We can eat $300-something worth of meal. He don't care because guess what? It's a write-off. See, listen, wealthy people, they think different. Everyone always talk about being rich. I want to become wealthy. I don't want to be the person that's rich is spending money on cars and houses and things that's not going to make me money. No, I want to be able to be the wealthy person where my money grows as I grow. If I'm getting older and my money not getting older also, guess what? I'm doing something wrong. You ever heard, people talk about, I got that old money. That's what I want. I want money that it just keep coming in no matter what. And the only way that's going to happen is by developing the mindset. And I got around people in ACN that they had the mindset. They understood that, listen, and it's not about how much money you make. It's how much money you keep and how much money you continue to accumulate. And think about it like this, right? What is wealthy, right? Wealthy is defined as this, right? If you ask the average American to define the term wealthy, most would give you the same definition found in the Webster Dictionary. Wealth to them refers to people who have an abundance of material possessions. Let me read that again. To the average American, wealthy to them means a person that have an abundance of material possessions. And guess what I see? When I see a person that have a bunch of material possessions and don't have any way of having money that's being made without them working, I just see a bunch of debt. And debt is the new slavery. Most people are enslaved to materialistic things that's going to keep them poor, keep them stressed out, and keep them in the same bad habits. Do you understand that you have to change your mindset? Wealth is something different. Wealth is not about how much materialistic you have. Listen, many people who display a high consumption lifestyle have little or no investments. And the reason why I tell you that, because listen, if you're spending all of that money on material possessions, when are you going to invest money into any type of businesses? When are you going to invest money, that same type of money, into something that's going to make you money? I see people spending $1,000 on a pair of shoes, $10,000 on a pair of bags, and I'm looking like, that's great, but you have to keep working the rest of your life in order to keep this lifestyle up. You're like a hamster on the wheel. And no matter how fly you look, I tell people all the time, most of them is a fly bone. You look fly, but you broke. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no car. You don't got no house, but you look like $1 million. And I see it on social media every single day. Every single day. I see it on social media. Everybody look like they making money, but when you see them in real life, they have no money. They have no businesses. No businesses. Are you serious? Listen, are you serious? You rather look good instead of actually be good. See, I'm not the most flashy person anymore. And guess what? I got more time freedom than most of them. And that means more than money to me. Don't tell me about how much money you got, how much time you got. Let's go out tomorrow. Matter of fact, for the next 30 days, let's go on vacation. Let's go on vacation. And let's see who will continue to make money while we're on vacation. Because guess what? That's me. That's me every week. Every week. Why? Because I built a team. I built a system inside of a system. Because I understood that wealthy people, they own assets. What is an asset? Something that's making you money. They own stocks, bonds, businesses, oil, gas, timber, land. Listen, I see all the time so many people spend money, starting these different businesses, and it's just like, listen, if it's not a necessity, if people do not have to continue to use this for the rest of their life, I don't want to be in that business. I'm not into the trendy business. Do you understand how many people blow me up every single day? Yo, I know you're doing ACN. I left ACN because I wasn't making a lot of money at this position, and you should come over here and do this business with me. Listen, I would never follow a quitter. Never. Why would I follow you? Why would I follow? If you quit on the rest of the people that you said that you had their back, why would you not? Wouldn't you quit on me also when things get hard? I don't follow quitters. And guess how? Listen, everyone around me that I started with, they're not even in ACN no more. They all quit. And guess what they're doing today? Not much. Not much. And I'm not talking about people in a bad way, but I'm just telling you, listen, once you have a quitting mindset when something gets hard, no matter what you do, you will always continue to quit when it gets hard. Listen, I done been through the worst that most people don't even understand. I've made a lot of money. I've been broke. I've been through it all, but I promise you, you will never not see me smile. I will never let anybody see me looking bad. looking down. You would never know if I got $10,000 in my pocket or if I had $10 in my pocket, because I understand that wealth is all a mindset. It's not about how much money you have at the moment. I'm in this for the long term. I'm not trying to get rich right now. I know a lot of people that got rich right now, but what are they doing today? Nothing. Because they made a lot of money, but they didn't know what to do with it. And I was that person at a young age. I made a lot of money, but I did not know what to do with it. So I said, you know what, man, I gotta get my life together. I gotta get my credit right. I gotta understand how business works. And that's what I did. So like I told you before, your goal is to become wealthy. And wealthy people, they have a passion. They take pleasure from owning substantial amount of appreciated assets than displaying high consumption lifestyle. That's why I laugh at people that I see on social media that, you know, they just try to push this, I'm rich, I'm getting money. And I see a $10,000 bag, $10,000 outfit. It's just like, you're wearing your whole entire network. Why are you walking around with your whole entire network? That makes no sense to me, because most people rather give up the impression that I am rich than actually become rich. See, it's all about persona. That's why social media is so crazy, because you can be on there looking at somebody that you know for a fact that they just called yesterday asking for $20, but they in a club popping bottles. I'm just telling you all what I see. And it's because I think about it all the time. What is the difference between them and people like Warren Buffett that wear the same 5 suits, that drive a regular Cadillac? When you look at really wealthy people, we can agree that they don't even look wealthy. And that's the whole goal. My goal is, listen, I don't need you. Listen, when you see me, I don't have to show you, hey, I got it. Because most people that's showing you, I got it, ain't got it. The people that don't look like they got it, guess what? They are the ones that really got it. Because if you really make a lot of money, do you really want everyone to know that you make a lot of money? No. So I understood that it's all about your mindset. It's all about your mindset. If you don't change your mindset, you're going to be stuck there. And from there, you have to develop posture and confidence. If you don't have any posture, a lot of people tell me all the time, you know, you talk like you're cocky or you're the best. Listen, I believe in myself. I don't need nobody to believe in me. I'm my number one cheerleader. Because since day one, I came in this world by myself, and I'm going to leave by myself. So if I don't believe in me, why should I expect anybody to believe in me? If I don't have any confidence in myself, why should I expect somebody else to have confidence in me? Because when you are contacting prospects, whether it's a warm market or a cold market or strangers, you must come across as confident. If you're not confident, nobody will follow you. Nobody will believe in you. Listen, you have to be confident in yourself and what you are representing. And listen, it's to the point now where when people hit me up on social media that used to be in the business and they doing something else, you know, they do everything to try to convince me. Everything. And I'm just looking at them like, listen, bro, you didn't have any confidence in yourself, because no matter what company you go to or whatever else you do, if you quit when they get hard, you're going to continue to quit when they get hard. And I don't want to follow somebody that quit when things get hard, because I never quit when things got hard. I had to thug it out. I had to go through it. When I lost everything and I was sleeping in my grandmother's basement, when I was sleeping in my mom's closet, do you understand how I go from living downtown in a high rise to going to sleep in a closet on an air mattress while you're still building your business every single day? And it wasn't because I was broke. It's because the money I was making, I was putting it back into my business. That's called sacrifice. And most people are not willing to do it. And that's why most people today don't have the time freedom to do what they want to do whenever they want to do it. It's not about money. Anybody can make money. It's abundance of money out here. But how many people have the time freedom to do what they want to do? And if we're not having that conversation, if what you're doing can't give me that, then I don't want to do it. Because I'm past the stage of, you know, making a lot of money. I'm about having a lot of time freedom, because I have a son that I have to invest time, energy, and money into. And me just buying him a bunch of things is not going to help him out. Because I know a lot of parents that buy their kids a bunch of things, but they never told their kids anything that can help them out in life. I would never buy my son a video game system. Why? I don't want my son playing video games. But guess what? He's going to have a lot of books. I'm going to train my child the way that I know that he needs to be in order to win in this world. And you have to be the person that said, listen, never say, I am not good at sales, because everything we do is sales. Don't ever say that, because you're selling something. Either you're selling a product, a service, or you're selling yourself. Never say, but I'm not sure if people will listen to me. Why do you care what people think in the first place? I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't. If I care what people think, I still be at Applebee's. But I'm afraid of what people might judge me. Again, I don't care what people think. People are going to judge anyway. People are going to judge you if you're doing good or if you're doing bad. So who cares? Never say, but what if they say no? I don't care if they say no. The more people that tell me no, there's always somebody who's going to tell me yes. Never say, but I'm not sure what to say. Why are you not being confident? Where's your posture? See, all of those things I just said mean that you do not have any posture or confidence. And guess what? Nobody will follow you. Nobody will follow you. I'm sorry to tell you, nobody will follow you. Because guess what? You can butt your way right out of the business if you let yourself think that way. If you let yourself think that way, you're going to butt yourself right out of the business. From there, what are your success habits? What are your success habits? Ask yourself that question. What are your success habits? Because studies have shown that over 60% of our daily activities are determined by our habits. Champions are champions because they do things differently. What are your habits? Do you sit on social media all day, every day, watching what everybody else is doing? Watching how everybody else is making things happen and you're just watching them make things happen? Or are you the person that's reading books every day, online studying new things every single day? Every single day. See, I built my value, and I'm gonna give you a crazy example of how I know for a fact that what I was doing was working, right? So I had a cousin of mine, I grew up with, he's 1 year older than me, and he got in the business years ago because I made him get into it. And, I'm his little cousin, right? So he just know me as his little cousin. But in his mind, he can't really grip the concept that my little cousin is really an entrepreneur. Like, he really know what he's talking about. It's so hard just for him to get it through his head that he called me for information the other day. And every time he called me, I'd be like, listen, bro, I know you're my cousin, but the game ain't free. It's $75 an hour for you. Everybody else, if they want the game, I'm going to charge at least $300-400 an hour. If you want the information, I will give you the information, but it's not free. It is not free. So guess what happened? I told him, okay, I'll send you a request. And when I see the request and you send it back to me, then I'll give you the information. I'm not playing games. I'm not giving out free information if you didn't take the value of me giving it to you for free before. So guess what happened? The price went up. And either you're going to pay for it or you're not. And guess what he did? He paid for it. Because he needed to set up an LLC. He needed to get his business going. He needed to get his DUN number. He needed to get all these things so he can establish business credit. And these are things that people don't know, but guess what? I study business. So guess what? If you want the information I took time, energy, and money, to gain the knowledge, you're going to have to pay for it. So now, guess what I did with myself? I made myself more valuable. Because I'm not just going to make money just doing ACN. I'm going to make money just off of who I am as a person. Because I am not a company. I'm an entrepreneur. I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I bring to the company. I know what I bring into this world. And if you don't put a price on how valuable you are, nobody else will. Because I understand that people pay attention to things that they pay for. So if you want to pay attention to the information I'm giving you, you got to pay for it. You have to pay for it. So that's just what I'm talking about. Listen, build value in yourself. You got to plan. What's the 5 P's? It says proper planning prevents poor performance. Listen, if you fail to plan, you will always have poor performance. See, I planned everything that I'm doing today. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't have to wait until I got a title to know that I was going to get to the top of the company. I know I was going to get to the top of the company the moment I signed my papers, I signed my name on a dotted line. I was so confident in doing this business that my mentor, when I first got started, he made me wait to the next day. He said, you know what? I'm going to stay in town overnight. Let's have an emergency meeting. Let me see if you're really serious, right? And he stayed overnight, and guess what happened? Had a business partner, my first meeting. Got a check, got qualified, my first 24 hours by myself. Did everything by myself. All my mentor had to do was come in town and you know what? Help me build by, doing presentations, things like that. But I can promise you, if you talk to my mentor today, my business is his biggest business with least effort. How is that possible? Because he found the right one. And every time I talk to him, I tell him all the time, you got the right one. You don't got to worry about me. Go build your other legs of business because I'm going to be here. You don't got to worry about when I go through the tough time, am I going to quit? No, I'm right here. But everybody got to rest. But if your business is not to a point where you can rest and get yourself energized to keep going, then you got to keep building. Work when you're tired. I don't care if you're tired. Do you understand that since I've been in ACN, I've probably been on 200 airplanes? Do you understand that I haven't been home in a year? I've been on airplanes every single couple weeks. I'm in Houston, Texas right now. I'll be in Maryland this weekend. And then I'll be right back in Houston, Texas. I live on the go, but guess what? I'm making money while I'm on the go. I'm living my life to the fullest. And if you're not doing that, then what are you doing? Life is about living, not living uptight, not living by, a certain amount that people hold over your head. Oh, you can make this amount of money an hour. Why is that capped to how much money I can make an hour when this year, all of the billionaires together made over $1 trillion during the epidemic? If they can become trillionaires and billionaires and things like that, why can't I work to become a millionaire? Why not? Because listen, they're no different than me. All they did was invest their time, energy, and money into that craft, into themselves, and they put together a lot of money and a lot of time, and that's why they're there today. So right now I want to talk about the 4 steps to get what you want. So if you're taking notes, number 1, write down, decide. You got to decide. Step 1, decision. Decision. Your decision defines what you want. What do you want? Let me ask you again, what do you want? And the reason why I ask you, what do you want? Because a lot of people don't know what they want, and that's why they don't have anything in life. Because they don't know what they want. And listen, if you don't know what you want, how can you get anything? How can you get anything if you don't know what you want? Listen, like I told you all the time, journals. Where's your journal? I don't leave the house unless I have my book bag with my journal in it, because if I have an idea, I put it in a book. I put it in a book, and the reason why I put it in a book, because I understand that whatever you write down, some type of way the world magically works where it'll happen compared to you typing it. Because I understood that 85% of the time you write something down, it will happen. It just will happen. So first decide what you want. A very simple question to ask yourself every day is, what do I want? So if you're taking notes, I want you to write that down big and bold. What do I want? Because if you don't know what you want, you can't get anything in life. Write down on a piece of paper and put that on your mirror so that every morning as you prepare for the day, you ask yourself, what do I want? Although it's a simple question, many people have never answered it for themselves. Never. It's people that's 75 years old that never ask themselves, what do I want? And they do the same thing over and over. And the reason why, because many people simply can't decide what is it that they want. The reason why most people are not successful is because they don't know what they want out of life. They just live in life. They're like a fish. A fish, just going with the tide, going with the wave, going with the wave. Whatever the wave go this way, the fish go that way. You got to decide what you want and leave all of those thoughts of I can't behind. Listen, remove the word I can't. Listen, the moment somebody tell me I can't, I tell them, don't even talk to me. Because if you want to talk to me with that type of language, I don't want to be around you, because I'm the type of person that I believe that I can't do anything I want to do. I might not can't do it at the moment, but I know for a fact that one day I will be able to do it. So remove the words I can't from your whatever you want to call it, your dictionary, your psyche. Never say the word I can't. Never say I can't. From there, you got to say I can, because you have to believe that you can do, you can be, and you can have whatever you want in life. You can have whatever you want in life. And the only way that you can have whatever you want in life is if you believe it. Not if your mom believe it, your aunt believe it, your mentor believe it. It's about you. Our mentor, let me say this real quick. Our mentors in this business, they're resources. They're not our excuses. Listen, if you have a mentor, be grateful. Because you know how many people that hit me up all the time saying, man, I wish I had a mentor. I wish you was my mentor. And they wish they had a mentor. If you have a mentor that's plugging into you, spending time, listen, we do it because we want to, not because we have to. And there's going to be some people that you're going to have to show, listen, I don't need you. Because a lot of people, when they start to have some type of success, they start to feel as though we need them. We don't need anybody. The only person that you need is yourself. Because if you need yourself, You will convince other people that all they need is themselves. I want to create independent business owners. I don't want people to say, listen, oh, my mentor can't do a meeting for me. That's why I'm not successful. Or my mentor's not there with me all the time. Listen, no. You have to create an independent business. My leaders are independent from me. They call me whenever they want to talk, not because they need me to do anything. So from there, number 2, believe it. Believe it. Belief is a mental acceptance. When you believe something, you mentally accept it for yourself right now. Right now at the moment. You have to believe right now. In order to accomplish your goals and achieve your good purpose, you have to believe, you have to mentally accept what you want. And you must believe that and deserve it. When you believe, let me take his glasses off. When you can achieve any and every goal you set for yourself, when you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. 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 Listen, when I say unstoppable, say it with me. I'm unstoppable. If you're on the call right now, say I'm unstoppable. You want to say it to yourself every single day because what are you speaking into yourself? I believe in myself so much that I don't need nobody to believe in me. I believe in myself so much it makes people uncomfortable around me because they don't believe in themselves that much. And they think, how in the world do you believe in yourself so much? Because guess what? I know for a fact that I can be, I can do, and I can have anything that I put my mind to, and nobody can stop that but me. If you want something greatly enough, you will find a way. And if you don't, you'll find excuses. You'll find excuses. People get themselves all kinds of excuses why I'm not successful. Listen, if you're not going through anything on your journey, then 9 times out of 10, you won't be successful. Stop trying to skip the journey. Stop trying to skip going broke. Stop trying to skip lose it all. I'm not telling you that you're going to have to lose it all, but guess what? Every successful person I know, they've been through it before when they lost a lot of things that they thought they couldn't live without, but guess what happened? They're successful today. It's all about your mindset, people. It's all about your mindset. Nobody is stopping you but you. Nobody's holding you back but you. Everything is all about you. And once the moment that you take it off of somebody else or something else of why you're not where you need to be in life, and you put it on yourself, then you will be successful. You will be successful when you make a decision in your mind that said, I'm going to be successful no matter what. No matter what I go through, because I understand it. Listen, everything that I went through, I wish that I went through it again in life because I understand that everything that I went through, it made me who I am today. If I would have never trashed my credit at a young age, I would have never knew how important credit is. If I would have never got involved in a business, I would never knew how important it is to become a business owner and not wait until the world shifts. I prepared 7 years ago before, because I always heard, they said 2020 going to be a crazy year. I remember growing up, they said the world was going to end in 2020. So that's what I said. I'm preparing myself just in case. See, I was preparing years ago for moments like this today. So you don't have to wait until something bad to happen. Go out there today now and say, you know what? Even though things are going on crazy in the world, I can still do, believe, and have whatever I want. Number 3, see it. See it, see it, see it. You got to see it. You have to see yourself there before it happens. You have to see yourself becoming successful before it happens. Right now, you might have no money. Right now, you might be struggling. Right now, you might be broke. But that don't mean you can't be where you always wanted to be in life. That's just part of your journey. And everybody's journey is different. Everybody don't have to go broke. Everybody don't have to go through those things. Everybody's journey is different. But you got to see it for yourself. Nobody can see your goals and your vision but you. Nobody. Nobody. And I'm not telling you to run around the world telling people your goals and your vision, because at the end of the day, they still can't see it. Only you can see it. Use that technique of visualization. You must see your goals. You must have it set for yourself. Use your imagination to see your dreams and lofty aspirations. What you see is what you get. If you don't see yourself becoming successful, you will not become successful. If you don't see yourself becoming a millionaire, you will never become a millionaire. If you never see yourself becoming an SVP or anything in life, you will never get there, because first, everything happens where? In the mind. It happens first in the mind, and then it happens in reality. From there, see yourself experiencing it. See yourself being, doing, and having, all of the good that you desire. Where there is no vision, people perish. And this is Proverbs. This is from the Bible. Proverbs, not from me. But if you have no vision, people perish. And the reason why, because you got to see it. You got to see it. Just think about it like this, right? Think about your car, right? When you're driving at night, right? And it's pitch black dark, right? Your lights only see about a couple feet in front of you, right? But you trust that so much that you can drive from here to across the country with just seeing that little bit of light in front of you. Why? Because you see it. You know where you're going. So it's the same way. You have to see it and know where you're going, no matter what. And number 4, feel it. You have to feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Feel the presence and the power of the God already within you. And that means all of us have a God within us. Feel this power within you, bringing a good purpose into reality. You have to see it, and you have the power to bring it into reality. See what you want and feel yourself experiencing it. For example, right, one of the favorite techniques for me also that I teach, and I've tried it many times for getting a car that you want or anything that you want, right? But let's just use a car, for example, right? You want to go to a dealership, right? And you want to mentally sit in a new car, smell the new car scent, get the full feeling of sitting in the driver's seat, feel the everything, the buttons, the steering wheel, sit back and just see yourself driving the car down the street. It was times when I remember when I first came to Houston, Texas, and they had a Rolls Royce dealership and a Bentley dealership. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go in there. I'm going to go in there. And guess what I did? I went in there and I sat in there and I sat in that Bentley and that Rolls Royce. I said, they made this for me. They made this for me because I felt as though that this was my car. And I told myself one day, my dream car is a Rolls Royce. And guess what? I believe that one day that I will have a Rolls Royce. I believe in I used to drive around to mansions, right? Drive around the mansions. No money in my pocket at times. And just drive to these rich communities with little to no gas. But I understood that I might not have it right now. But if I just go to see these big houses, drive through these nice communities, one day I can live in that. And now that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about buying a lot of land. I'm thinking about buying a big house for my family. I'm thinking about living in penthouses. And the reason why I'm thinking that because, listen, there's no limit. If other people can do it, why can't I do it? If other people can have 5, 6 houses, why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? And that's why I ask myself, if somebody else can do it, I can do it also. Listen, it's not about materialistic things, but you got to see something tangible. You know for a fact that in order to have that big house, you got to have some money. You can't be broke living in a big house, so you got to have some money in order to get that big house. So by you wanting those things in life, it means that you're going to be pushed to action in order to get it. So your positive thinking and feeling will lead you to take the right positive action to accomplish your good desires. Too many times, people want to put the responsibility for their decisions on somebody else, even somebody way up in the sky, way up in the sky. They think somebody's going to come and save them. But the important teaching here is that you have to decide it, you have to believe it, you have to see it, and you have to feel it. Study the teachings and practice these instructions correctly and in faith every day as you decide, believe, see, feel the good you desire in your heart and your mind, you will receive the guidance as to what you should do. So don't worry about how you're going to do something. Just have the belief that it will happen. It will happen, and don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just know that it will happen. Decide, believe, see, feel the things that you want to be, to do, and to have. You must use the technique of affirmations. You must affirm that you are that which you desire. Add good things to I am. Listen, I want to talk about this briefly. I am. Listen, I am is the most powerful word in the world. Listen, if you say I am broke, you're going to be broke. You say I'm tired, I'm going to be tired. You say I don't have no money, I ain't going to have no money. I don't have no time, you're not going to have no time. Whatever you put after I am is what you become. So that's what I do. The moment I say anything of I am, it has to be something positive. I never say I'm tired, I'm hungry. No, never. Never use anything negative after the words I am. Always use something positive. So now let's talk about the mystical words I am. Whatever you add to I am is that what you become. Do not be a slave to the conditions that you are in. Do not be locked in and bound by undesirable circumstances that you find yourself in. Change your circumstances by changing your self-image, by changing your self-definition. See yourself as you wish to be. See yourself wherever you want to be in life today. Don't wait until you get it. See yourself today. If you say that, I want to become, a successful business owner, see yourself as a successful business owner. Act like a successful business owner. Carry yourself as a successful business owner. See yourself as what you wish to be. You have to give yourself a positive self-image that will lift you, that will heal you, and that will prosper you. You have to learn to develop a positive self-awareness to become a winner in this game of life. It's all about how you see yourself, people. It's not about how somebody else see you. It's about how you see yourself. Because everybody else, what they think about you, what they see, it don't matter. It don't matter. Listen, I want everyone on this call after today, stop caring about what other people think about you. I don't care what nobody think about me. I don't care what my own mother think about me. I don't care. Why do you care? Why do you care about what somebody else think about you? Listen, ask yourself that question. I want everybody to say real quick, why do I care what other people think about me? Just say it. While you're on the call, I can't hear you, but just say it. I want you to ask yourself that question. Why do I care about what other people think about me? And that's what's stopping most of these from becoming successful. They care too much about what other people think about them and what they're doing. I don't care. Listen, I don't care. Not 1%. I don't care. And it's not because I'm cocky, I'm confident. It's not understood that caring about other people think about me is not going to pay my bills. It's not going to take care of my family. And it's not going to do anything positive for me but drain me. Do you understand that it's people in this world? Let's use people on social media, right? They call them influencers, right? Millions of followers and things like that. They successful, but they sit around talking about how much people think about them. Or what if you're successful, why do you care what somebody else think about you? They're watching you. You're not watching them. So you got to answer yourself, why do I care what other people think about me? And guess what? I stopped caring what people think about me a long time ago, and that's why I'm at where I'm at today. And that's all I have for you guys today. So hopefully I was able to share some information. It was done on time, but I understood that I don't care what nobody thinks about me. I'm going to be successful no matter what, and I'm going to continue to learn and grow myself every single day. And I know for a fact that I'm going to be where I want to be because I made decisions to be, to do, and to have whatever I want out of life. And it's only me that can get me there, and nobody else can get me there. They might can help me get there, but at the end of the day, the decisions are based upon what I do. So I want to thank everyone for being on the call today. Hopefully I was able to give you guys something good, some good information. And, I look forward to being back next week, and I'll pass the call back to Mr. Thomas.
Wow. Man, that was so powerful. There was so much to regurgitate. I got 10, 12 pages of notes. It was so much that I'm not going to regurgitate it all because I'm going to go back a little later this afternoon. I'm going to go back through it myself and just get ready for it because, man, that was a lot of great stuff. Can we show Mr. Cooper some love? Come on, you guys. Come on. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Come on. Let's all come on. Validation. Thanks, Mr. Cooper. All right. Come on. There we go. Hey, listen, this is so powerful. I mean, there were I was writing 12 pages and still got to go back through and make sure I heard a few things that I missed because it was so good that I'm going to go back through it again. The mindset of a champion. That's what this is all about. I want to thank you, sir. My God, vision. 700 new customers in his organization without him having to go beg people, pull teeth. I love that. Making $3.63 in tips, plus tips in Baltimore City. I mean, think about what he just said. His job is to go through the pain so your kids don't have to go through it and feel some pain so people don't have to worry, the people that you love don't have to worry about it. Folks, why we're scared to go through pain? What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't get that part. We're already in pain. So can we show Mr. Cooper one more time? Powerful message. Here's what I want you to do. We're going to post up the channel. Go back to the channel and re-listen to this afternoon. It'll be posted. Go back to the channel. It's going to be on your screen in just a second. Go back to the channel and re-listen to today. We got over a year worth of information on our channel. How do you not be successful? We got Ms. Giles and Driscoll on the channel. We've got all the leaders on the channel. We've got Mr. Cooper on there. We've got Mr. Dean Torelli. We've got Mr. Nelson on. And the list goes on and on and on. So go back to the channel and watch this over again. Tomorrow, golly, we got Mr. Dean Torelli. He's on the channel. We got Mr. Nelson on the channel. I want everybody to go back and rewatch this today. See, like I said, some of you can't go where we just started yesterday. We started our 2021 yesterday. Some of you gonna get left behind because you're not coachable. You can't tell you nothing. You got a little pin on and you've been stuck with the same pin year after year, year after year, and you wonder why you're not doing it. Look what this young man said. He went down to Zippo, came back up after losing everything, and now look at him. He is a force to be reckoned with. He will be the youngest SVP that ASIN has. I mean, think about what he's telling you. He's been at it since 20. He's a young, ripe age of 27 right now. Think about that. And you're like he said when he got on, the first thing he said, I hope some of you people older than I can get this. Because why? Sometimes people older, we got a problem with listening to younger people about opportunity and how they built a strong business. So don't be that person. Tonight, Miss Ismail, are you there? Miss Natasha Ismail?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
All right. Will you share about tonight at 6 o'clock, please?
So tonight at 6 o'clock, Mr. Thomas has graciously offered to do three-way calls for everyone. So if anybody has a prospect that has already seen the business and you want Mr. Thomas to do a three-way call, please make sure to edify him ahead of time. Let the person know that we're going to be calling them after 6 p.m. Pacific. And what's going to happen is Mr. Thomas and the person that you are calling and yourself will be on three-way. So you might have to step away from the computer or something. And we're going to be live on here on this number tonight. We are not doing a presentation on the other number tonight because I know there are people asking still.
Yeah, and don't forget to let your people know we'll be calling after 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Coast time, between 6 and 7. Who knows? Who knows how long we may go? But the whole idea, I want everybody's camera on. Everybody's camera on. Pay attention. Everybody's camera on. If your ego, pride, hey, don't get on here if you don't want your camera, because I want to get feedback from everybody. Does that make sense? So if you don't want to have your camera on, don't get on here. But I want those who are so scared to make calls to watch me, watch this, watch me fail. I want you to watch me fail. Because like Mr. Cooper say, I don't care. Why are you guys caring so much about people? I don't care what they say. But you got to understand, we got to get you past that so we can continue to grow our business big time in 2021. So thank you so much for on the call. Back to Mr. Cooper. Can we go, Mr. Cooper? Thank you so much, sir. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to have you back next Wednesday. It was so powerful today. There was so much, 12 pages of note, and I've still got to go back and regurgitate some more. I took snapshots of all your slides, by the way, because I want to go back and feed my mind some stuff, because you're never too old to learn. And if you think you know a lot, go visit the library, show you what you really don't know. And with that, so much, thank you so much, everybody. God bless. Have a great day. We'll see everybody back tonight with the cameras on, and also pre-call your people so they expect a call from me. Not that we call them out of, oh, I don't know what we're talking about. No. Let them know, okay? And God bless you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Ismail. And Mr. Cooper, thank you so much for a display of so much information that is so powerful. I hope people can wrap their mind around. If not, go back to the channel. Go back to the channel and watch this particular one today, like I'm going to do in a couple hours. With that, take care. God bless. Everybody have a wonderful ACN day. Remember,